Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lindsey Moll, and I will be delivering the speech entitled Women's Rights Are Human Rights by presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. She delivered this speech in Beijing, China, September 5th in the year of 1995. Basically, this speech is about empowering women in hope of change. Mrs. Mongella, Undersecretary Kitani, distinguished delegates and guests. I would like to thank the Secretary General of the United Nations for inviting me to be a part of the United Nations Fourth World Conference on Women. This is truly a celebration of the contributions women make in every aspect of life. In the home, on the job, in the communities, as mothers, wives, sisters, daughters, workers, learners, citizens, and leaders. By gathering in Beijing, we are focusing world attention on issues that matter most to the lives of these women. Access to education, healthcare, jobs and credit, the chance to enjoy basic legal and human rights and participate fully in the political life of their countries. There are some who question the reason for this conference. There are some who wonder whether the lives of women and girls matter to economic and political progress around the globe. Let them look at the women gathered here. The nurses, teachers, policymakers, homemakers, lawyers, women who run their own businesses. It is conferences like this that compel governments and people everywhere to listen, look, and face the world's most pressing problems. What we are learning around the world is that if women are healthy and educated, their families will flourish. If women are free from domestic violence, their families will flourish. If women have a chance to work and earn as full and equal partners in society, their families will flourish. And when families flourish, communities and nations will flourish too. That is why every woman, every man, every child, every family, every nation around the globe has a stake in the discussion that takes place here today. Over the past 25 years, I have worked persistently on issues relating to women, girls, and their families. The great challenge of this conference is to give voice to women whose experiences go unnoticed, whose words go unheard. Women comprise more than half the world's population. Women are 70% of the world's poor, and 2/3 of which are not taught to read and write. At this very moment, as we sit here, women are giving birth, raising children, cooking meals and cleaning houses, working on assembly lines, planting crops, running companies, and even running countries. I want to speak up for women who are fighting for good schools, safe neighborhoods, clean air and clean airways. For all the women, some of them widows, who have raised their families and now find that their skills and life experiences are no longer valued in the workplace. For women who are working all night as nurses, hotel clerks, fast food cooks, so that they can spend their day with their children. And for women who simply don't have enough time to do what they're called upon to do each day. No one should be forced to remain silent for fear of religious or political persecution, arrest, abuse, or torture. Tragically, women are most often the ones whose human rights are violated. It is a violation of human rights when women are sold into the slavery of prostitution. It is a violation of human rights when women are doused with gasoline, burnt to death, and set on fire because their marriage dowries are deemed too small. It is a violation of human rights when individual women are raped in their own communities and thousands of others are subjected to rape as a prize or tactic of war. It is a violation of human rights when young girls are brutalized by the painful and degrading practice of genital mutilation. It is a violation of human rights when women are denied the right to plan their own families, and that includes being forced to have abortions and being sterilized against their own will. If there is one message that echoes forth from this conference, it is that human rights are women's rights, and women's rights are human rights. Let us not forget that amongst those rights are the right to speak freely and the right to be heard. As long as discrimination and iniquities remain so commonplace around the world, as long as women and girls are valued less, fed last, overworked, underpaid, not schooled, subjected to violence in and out of their own homes, the potential of the world to be a peaceful and prosperous place will not be realized. Let this conference be our and the world's call to action. Thank you very much. God's blessings to you, your work, and all who benefit from it.